Not even close. And my wife was like, "You're not going to believe what I found. Like, it's going to really make you angry." And I was like, "Okay." And so she started reading me this thread that she found on Nextdoor, which was in the security and crime section. And let me just see right here. I'm going to pull it up.
Which is
that totally the only section?
That's what.
Yeah, what are the other sections?
That's most of it.
It's like that, and then lawn care.
Probably. Yeah, like, hey, you know a contractor to do my hedges. Or...
Also,
I think there's a lot of lawn care threads in the security and crime section, as in this person is committing a crime by not properly taking care of their lawn.
Yeah, and so there's nothing out of the ordinary really when you see the title. The first few comments, it's sort of that benign, well, yeah, okay, the homeless are a blight, right? And we need to eradicate them for aesthetic reasons mostly. But it quickly devolves into like this, we need an infrastructure to train them off somewhere, and I never want to see them again.
A final solution.
Yeah, exactly. So
we need a solution that's not temporary.
So it begins. Post in crime and safety. Homeless encampment in Ursula Judkins Park.
Encampment sounds serious.
Encampment, yeah.
Is there a palisade wall?
Right, yeah. You're picturing Roman soldiers or something, right? So, the homeless want to invade our parks. We all know about needles in the bathrooms and in the parks, cars, and homes being broken into. And now we have the start of a homeless encampment right at our doorstep. Not a sanctioned camp or a hidden hideout. I'm talking blatant misuse of our beloved park system.
Blatant living.
Breathing, yeah. Ursula Judkins Park, right on top of the Magnolia Bridge. So if you're not familiar with that bridge or that park, I mean, I've never been to that park, but it looks, if you just drove by it, you would think it was a place where the city occasionally parked construction vehicles. Like, it's not a real park. It just looks into Seattle. So it's got a nice, it's for like necking, I think. That's literally,
and I think. Postcard photos.
Sure. Yeah. It's a photography spot. I mean, it's not like a place where you're going to take your kids
but this is in a neighborhood, Magnolia, that is like, it was a tidal island. It's now sort of a very large enclave of it's practically suburban. It's right in the heart of the city, but it's like a massive subdivision of mansions, essentially, where you bought a house.
Yeah, that's not...
Colin owns the house.
That's not an unfair characterization of the neighborhood in which I live. So he continues. He says, it is legal to camp in city parks. I don't believe that's true, but yet this confrontational and uncaring homeless man says he has every right to camp.
Uncaring.
To camp.
Ooh.
Live. There. The park department.
Jesus.
Yeah.
He's breathing my air.
Well, yeah, right, exactly. He didn't have to spend $1 million. Okay, so the park department won't do anything about it. The police won't do anything about it. The city task force, in quotes, will send a message, in quotes, to the incident investigator team, and they will put it on their list in the
goddamn bureaucracy.
in the priority that they see fit. In other words, they will do nothing about it either.
Oh my God.
And now this quote unquote person is going to
what? Wait, hold on.
Is he or is he not alive? I don't know. Quote unquote.
Whoa.
He may be dead now.
Let's jump immediately to like literal dehumanization. This supposed human dares to live in my neighborhood.
I think we should just refer to it as an entity. This entity that is existing.
This animal.
Well, he goes on to describe him as such, is going to litter, defecate, deface, and destroy our park, our neighborhood. How long until there are 6, 7, 8 tents throwing garbage everywhere?
Solution. Common sense solution. let them use your toilet and your trash cans.
That's the funny thing.
Piece of shit.
Goes over all these people's heads is they're fucking homeless.
Yeah.
Like,
They
Yeah.
don't have
Anything.
garbage cans. They
Yeah.
don't have toilets. So what do you want them to do?
It's the same like detached mentality that allows you to imagine that fucking tax on driving is gonna work. It's like people gotta fucking be someplace. People gotta like you gotta get to work in downtown. You gotta fucking sleep somewhere.
Yeah, you have to live.
You can't just like like I mean, would they prefer they like hung upside down in a tree out of sight like a fucking possum somewhere? Like
Yeah, I do. Yeah, with some kind of thing around their neck that says "I was a vagrant," a court-ordered thing.
okay, yeah, okay.
So,
This is moving quickly toward
oh
lynching
yeah,
territory.
and I got to remind you all, this is just the first post. This is this is just
No. Yeah, it gets
so
wild.
much worse. Okay, so where were we? So 8 tents. We've got 8 tents. Throwing
Possibly.
possibly,
Potentially
yes.
8 tents.
Yeah, we've got room to
Yeah,
grow.
right.
His worst case scenario is 8 10.
Not in my backyard.
He can't comprehend more than 8. It would be like unfathomable. That's would explode.
That's like the Dunbar number, right? Is it 7 or something?
It's really a real estate question. He's acknowledging that the park
yeah, the limited
has available
space.
space
Yeah.
to subdivide.
Yeah.
You know?
You're right. You're absolutely right. So these tents will be throwing garbage everywhere, soiling our park and streets, and along with that, rising crime. As if that is not bad enough already. Yes, it is criminal behavior to camp in a park. It's not. These people make our lives darkened.
Ooh.
Wait.
Wow.
That's a weird
Wow.
choice of words.
It's such a
I
weird
wanna-
place to take it.
Wow. Like,
Christopher Nolan's homeless encampment in Ursula Judkins Park.
but like, I want to.
Dark Hobo rises.
Is that? I mean, is that a racial thing? Like, is that a winking like racial thing? Because I'm having trouble actually. Maybe this is
I think
my
it's just
own
like
deal, but-
light versus dark, good versus
Yeah.
evil.
Yeah. I think it's
yeah.
a poetic, literary little trying to.
It's
A
insane.
Jungian, if you will, symbol.
But we will see later that other people do bring melanin into this. So let's see. Okay, so
Well, then there's like a 400 comment thread, right?
yeah, so there's I think there was 97 comments, which we're not going to read all those, but we'll find some greatest hits.
That's bonus material, by the way, for our Patreon
Yeah, read
supporters.
them all.
Yeah, that
It is a
and then we'll
full
just edit it down
Well,
to
thread
I,
the-
read.
I want to jump to Frontier Justice.
Yeah, we'll get
Remind
there.
me about
Okay,
Frontier.
We'll get there.
All right,
Tell
all
us
right.
all about it.
rocks.
Just let me finish the whole thing so you've got it all for context.
You want to be
and then-
very fair to
Exactly.
the OP. I understand.
Yeah, so that people can make their own decision, right?
Oh,
Fair and
'cause
balanced.
this is irony. We need to get to the part where it's funny at the end, and he's really like, "These people need a place to live, and our society
Yeah.
needs to change
Yeah,
structurally."
and you're all
that we don't-
sick
so we
for
don't-
saying we should kill this man or whatever. Okay, so
Cool. Irony's cool.
these people make our lives darkened. We fear for our kids playing in the park. We fear our automobiles being vandalized. And we fear these people breaking into our homes while we are still at home every day. On this post, I don't know, I guess he means next door.
I think he means like post, as in like he's keeping a vigil, like
front line.
military.
Yeah,
like,
right. He's
forward
fucking
observation.
Jon
post.
Snow. Okay, so every day on this post, we hear of atrocious activities and crimes committed against our neighbors. The city will do nothing about it. The police will do nothing about it. Right to our community leader, ? Lip service. They won't do anything about it. The whole system is paralyzed for fear of hurting someone's feelings, for stepping on someone's
You know,
liberties.
in fairness, he's right about the
Stepping on
city not
someone's
doing
liberties.
fucking anything about it.
Well,
Okay,
anything worthwhile,
and treating it with lip service only, because that pretty much sums up our civic response to the epidemic of homelessness.
Yeah, but it is very funny that he imagines his letter comes in, and then the city official's like, I want the homeless to run this town.
What he doesn't know is I'm homeless myself.
Throw it in the trash.
We get pretty quickly into the post. We get to learn that the homeless are it's an optional. They opt into it.
Yeah, it's a life they chose.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a
let's-
Or are
let's-
choosing.
Let's get through the OP
Yeah,
here.
we're almost
No,
there.
they're
We're
not
almost
purchasing the full content. There's their choice to slog their way through the level, collecting points one by one.
It's actually kind of honorable.
there. Why is it illegal for law-abiding citizens to camp in a park, but it is stepping on a homeless person's liberties to remove them from a park that is illegal to camp in, all caps, before this blows up into a jungle? Little callback there. Little insider Seattle lingo. Homeless camp in Magnolia. Something needs to be done. It is bad enough to have to look at the filth from the homeless camp at the bottom of the bridge. Now it's going to be in our front yard. We need a task force to eliminate this situation. A secret police, perhaps, before it becomes such a huge mess that no one can stop it. Towns like Colorado Springs won't allow vagrancy. The town I grew up in didn't allow vagrancy. The city can't or won't control this mess. And
We
now,
shot those people on sight where I come from.
and now I'm out of words to express and ideas to deal with this. Are we going to allow this in our neighborhood? I have reported this information to the police.
The cops are just like, keep busing the homeless people to Magnolia. That's what we've been doing.
Yes.
And we're going to keep doing it.
They really fucking hate it. It is hilarious. You should see the mail we're getting.
Oh, that's perfect.
So it has 63 thanks, which I guess is the meaningless dopamine thing for Nextdoor, and 95 replies.
This dude's like on his roof with a scope, just like tracking. He wants to like
One homeless guy to cross
Yeah.
his path.
Oh god.
Dude.
just give me
Man.
the
Can
permission.
we find out who this guy is so I can camp on his lawn?
Well, I do know his name,
Oh my
but
God.
I don't think that.
That's
a
you
good
should
idea.
Totally out. No, man, you should
Well, he's
totally
out.
this
I mean,
guy.
all
He's
you have
on
to do is
Nextdoor,
get on
yeah.
Nextdoor, and you
Let's
can
I want to
find
know
this
his
thread.
name. I want to out this guy. He's a piece of shit. No, but I also want to, like, be there in a tent when he comes out to get his paper in the morning and finds me, like, living on his lawn.
Well, he has-
You
That
will
would
get
be-
assaulted.
yeah,
I'm very
dude.
confident this guy is not
That would
messing
be.
around.
I live for that. That would be awesome.
Well, I mean,
Let's
he
do it.
doesn't seem to have a problem with camping. What he has a problem with is living. And those are two very different things. So if you're just camping, like grilling some smokies, you know what I mean, and making some pancakes on your propane grill,
Throwing
that's
some
just,
balls,
that's just
you know,
camping.
yeah.
That's just normal, good old camping. But as soon as you start living all over his front yard, he's got a problem.
Well, so what are they gonna do about it?
Yeah, I mean, like
What are you
when the law enforcement and the city and everyone else has turned their back on you, what do you do?
Well, I guess someone's got to stand up for justice.
Someone.
Is there a code of law somewhere we could
Is there
refer
like an
to
ethos we could
for a
use?
lawless country?
I mean, like, what's funny about this is, like, I'm almost, like, wish we had a Randian Galt-esque thing where he just left. And, like, but this is... We're not going to get that here. There's no John Galt here. We're going to actually rise up and fight.
Well, there are some very creative ideas in the thread. One was to stop paying taxes, put our taxes in an escrow account until the situation gets resolved. I think that sounds good. They should do that.
Yeah.
Until the city takes action.
Yeah, sorry. I'm just pulling it up from a version that I can read a little bit better. I'm going to get to one of the best ones. But, okay, so there's like, the first couple comments are benign, like, you know what, I agree with your vitriol. I also hate homeless people. What can we do? But like that banality of evil Eichmann bullshit, And then eventually somebody's like, hey, I've got a plan. March and protest at the site of the tent at the top of the bridge. One tent will send a signal for others to join, and in no time we will have more tents and then RVs. Don't get me started about the garbage and human waste. So already we're starting to see like some ideas for basically harassing this guy.
This one guy. Let's return to the fact that This is all in
Oh yeah,
response
one
to
one
dude.
homeless man who happened to like choose the wrong park, basically, because as other people point out later, there are homeless people living in Discovery Park, which is gigantic, and it's harder to see you, I guess. But so then, like a couple comments later, we get our original poster. He's back and he's going. He's got more to say. He says, "I am not a politician. I am not a rich man oozing with money and time. I am a simple man, and I learned the rule of law with a somewhat frontier justice background."
Somewhat.
What does that mean?
I think it means he watched that Chuck Norris show. What?
Yeah, he watched TV.
Texas Ranger, right?
Somewhat
I mean, what does that mean?
Justice.
What
That's
frontier?
Like, he sounds like Steven Seagal.
Yeah,
like, when he says that.
He's
I'm like,
insane.
I've got a frontier justice background.
I think what he's trying to say is he has a degree in frontier justice.
I think what
It's
it
similar to
means
criminal justice degree. It's just
is he's murdered someone outside of town and left their body like where it isn't going to be found. That's what frontier
The
justice
literal-
is.
yeah,
Like, he's
literal
a
definition
murderer.
of frontier
also,
justice.
he is a millionaire if he owns a house
Likely,
on Magnolia
yes.
and has paid it off. Which
Yes.
this guy sounds like he's like 67 years old.
Yeah,
so-
He's going to be a pro se defendant. Stand up and be like, Your Honor, members of the jury, let me tell you about a little code of law I call frontier justice. Just throw the RCWs down. Like, we don't need that.
So he follows that by saying, "You don't talk smack to cops. If the law tells you not to do something, you follow the rule. But I will stand up for taking care of our neighborhood. We all know that talking to our civil leaders will do nothing at all. Is physically removing a verbally abusive, drugged-out squatter's tent from our park out of the question? I almost did it myself this morning when I discovered this fucker's encampment. Don't give them the option. Let's take a stand against it. I'm not promoting violence. Maybe you are.
You are absolutely
That is
promoting
violence against another person. I'm saying that if we don't allow people to do this, it won't be an issue.
yeah. If we just end their life,
Right.
then they won't be able to break the law
Right.
anymore.
If there are no homeless, then
That
But,
was
like-
an impressive turn, though, from always obey the law.
Yeah.
I need to assault this man immediately because the cops won't do anything about it.
That is the reactionary
You just
mind,
said don't
okay?
talk shit to cops. They're like,
This is just classic reactionary shit. Like, this guy, like, he wants to love the police as long as they represent an abusive police state that, like, cleans up the trash, okay? But the second that the authorities fail to do that, it's fucking death wish. like this guy, he's polishing his pistol, and
Yeah.
he's gonna go out there